According to National Electrical Code Section 210.18, arc fault circuit interrupter, commonly known as AFCI, protection is required for all 15 and 20 ampere, 120 volt single-phase branch circuits and outlet circuits supplying dwelling units. This includes bathrooms, kitchens, dining rooms, living rooms, bedrooms, family rooms, and other areas that are normally occupied for living purposes. It is important to determine whether appliances like microwave ovens and refrigerators fall under the category of permanent provisions for cooking, as this designation affects AFCI requirements. The NEC defines permanent provisions for cooking as an outlet that is intended for use with permanently installed cooking appliances and that serves no other purpose. This definition is key to understanding the application of AFCI protection in various contexts. For example, if you have an electrical circuit supplying a bathroom, kitchen, dining room, living room, bedroom, family room, or other areas normally occupied for living purposes, it will require a certain type of circuit breaker. The intent of AFCI protection is to detect arc faults, which are dangerous electrical conditions that can lead to fires. These devices are designed to trip the circuit when an arc fault is detected, thereby preventing potential hazards. The NEC provides specific guidelines on where AFCI protection is required to enhance electrical safety in dwelling units. The definition of dwelling unit as per the NEC is a single unit providing complete and independent living facilities for one or more persons, including permanent provisions for living, sleeping, cooking, and sanitation. Understanding this definition helps to clarify the scope of AFCI requirements in residential settings. Microwave ovens and refrigerators are generally not considered permanent provisions for cooking or clothes drying. This distinction is crucial because appliances that are not permanently installed or directly wired into the electrical system are often treated differently under the NEC. For example, a range or oven might be cord and plug connected, but is generally considered a permanent provision, versus a microwave. Given the NEC definition, microwave ovens and refrigerators connected with cords and plugs are not typically considered permanent provisions for cooking. Therefore, AFCI protection is usually not required for branch circuits supplying these appliances in locations such as hotel suites. The Electrical Code provides specific exceptions and clarifications regarding AFCI protection to address various types of installations and appliances. These exceptions are based on the nature of the electrical load and the potential risk of arc faults. For example, the NEC includes exceptions for certain appliance circuits where AFCI protection may not be necessary. The NEC provides detailed guidelines for installing and maintaining electrical systems to ensure safety and compliance. These guidelines cover a wide range of topics, including wiring methods, overcurrent protection, grounding, and bonding. Understanding and adhering to these guidelines is essential for qualified electricians and installers. Branch circuits are classified according to the maximum permitted ampere rating or setting of the overcurrent device. Common branch circuit ratings include 15 ampere, 20 ampere, 30 ampere, 40 ampere, and 50 ampere. The specific requirements for AFCI protection can vary depending on the branch circuit rating and the type of occupancy. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. These devices interrupt the flow of current when it exceeds a safe level, thereby preventing damage to equipment and reducing the risk of fire. The proper selection and installation of overcurrent protection devices are critical for electrical safety. Grounding and bonding are essential techniques for minimizing the risk of electric shock and ensuring the proper operation of electrical equipment. Grounding provides a low impedance path for fault currents to return to the source, while bonding ensures that all metallic parts of an electrical system are at the same electrical potential. The NEC contains detailed requirements for grounding and bonding to enhance electrical safety. Wiring methods refer to the techniques and materials used for installing electrical conductors. Common wiring methods include rigid metal conduit, electrical metallic tubing, non-metallic conduit, and cable assemblies. The selection of the appropriate wiring method depends on factors such as the environment, the type of occupancy, and the voltage and current levels. The NEC specifies the requirements for each wiring method to ensure safety and reliability. Electrical safety is a critical consideration in all aspects of electrical design, installation, and maintenance. The NEC provides comprehensive guidelines for minimizing electrical hazards and protecting people and property from electrical shock, fire, and other dangers. Adherence to these guidelines is essential for creating safe and reliable electrical systems. Electrical installations must comply with the applicable codes and standards to ensure safety and legality. The NEC is the most widely adopted electrical code in the United States and provides a comprehensive set of rules for electrical installations. Compliance with the NEC is typically required by local building codes and regulations. Regular inspections and maintenance are essential for ensuring the continued safe and reliable operation of electrical systems. Inspections can identify potential problems such as damaged wiring, loose connections, and overloaded circuits. Maintenance activities, such as tightening connections and replacing worn components, can prevent failures and extend the life of electrical equipment. Electrical panels are distribution points for electrical circuits within a building. They contain circuit breakers or fuses that protect the circuits from overloads and short circuits. Electrical panels must be properly labeled to identify the circuits they serve, and they should be accessible for maintenance and inspection. Electrical outlets provide a convenient means of connecting electrical devices to the electrical system. Outlets must be properly installed and grounded to ensure safety. The NEC specifies the requirements for the location, type, and installation of electrical outlets in various occupancies. Electrical boxes are enclosures that protect electrical connections and provide a mounting point for electrical devices such as switches and receptacles. Electrical boxes must be properly sized and installed to comply with the NEC. They should be securely mounted and provide adequate space for making connections. Electrical conductors are wires or cables that carry electrical current. Conductors must be properly sized to handle the anticipated current load, and they must be insulated to prevent electrical shock. The NEC specifies the requirements for the type, size, and installation of electrical conductors. Electrical splices are connections between two or more electrical conductors. Splices must be made in a safe and reliable manner to ensure good electrical contact and prevent overheating. The NEC specifies the requirements for making electrical splices in various types of enclosures. The electrical terminations are the points where electrical conductors are connected to electrical devices such as switches, receptacles, and circuit breakers. Terminations must be made in a secure and reliable manner to ensure good electrical contact and prevent loosening. The NEC specifies the requirements for making electrical terminations in various types of equipment. Electrical equipment must be properly labeled to identify its voltage, current, and other electrical characteristics. Labeling helps to ensure that equipment is used safely and correctly. The NEC specifies the requirements for labeling electrical equipment. Electrical clearances are the minimum distances that must be maintained between electrical equipment and other objects. Clearances are necessary to prevent electrical shock and fire hazards. The NEC specifies the required electrical clearances for various types of equipment and installations. Electrical enclosures are protective housings for electrical equipment. Enclosures protect the equipment from damage and prevent accidental contact with energized parts. The NEC specifies the requirements for the type, size, and installation of electrical enclosures. Electrical raceways are channels or conduits used to protect and route electrical conductors. Raceways provide mechanical protection for the conductors and prevent them from being exposed to damage. The NEC specifies the requirements for the type, size, and installation of electrical raceways. Electrical grounding electrodes are conductive objects that are used to establish a connection to the earth. Grounding electrodes provide a low impedance path for fault currents to return to the source, thereby reducing the risk of electric shock. The NEC specifies the requirements for the type, size, and installation of electrical grounding electrodes. Electrical bonding jumpers are conductors that are used to connect metallic parts of an electrical system together. Bonding jumpers ensure that all metallic parts are at the same electrical potential, which reduces the risk of electric shock. The NEC specifies the requirements for the type, size, and installation of electrical bonding jumpers. Electrical surge protection devices are used to protect electrical equipment from voltage surges. Surge protection devices divert excess voltage to ground, thereby preventing damage to sensitive electronic components. The NEC specifies the requirements for the type, location, and installation of electrical surge protection devices. Electrical transformers are used to change the voltage of electrical power. Transformers are used in a variety of applications, such as stepping down voltage for residential use and stepping up voltage for long-distance transmission. The NEC specifies the requirements for the type, size, and installation of electrical transformers. Electrical generators are used to produce electrical power. Generators are used in emergency power systems and in locations where electrical power is not readily available. The NEC specifies the requirements for the type, size, and installation of electrical generators. Electrical motors are used to convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. Motors are used in a wide variety of applications, such as driving pumps, fans, and compressors. The NEC specifies the requirements for the type, size, and installation of electrical motors. Electrical lighting is used to provide illumination in buildings and other areas. Lighting systems must be designed and installed to provide adequate illumination while minimizing energy consumption. The NEC specifies the requirements for the type, location, and installation of electrical lighting. Electrical heating is used to provide warmth in buildings and other areas. Heating systems must be designed and installed to provide adequate warmth while minimizing energy consumption. The NEC specifies the requirements for the type, location, and installation of electrical heating. Firstly, microwave ovens and refrigerators are not typically considered permanent fixtures. Secondly, they are usually connected via cord and plug. Thirdly, NEC defines permanent cooking provision specifically. Therefore, AFCI protection is not generally required for these appliances in dwelling units like hotel suites.